assembly required, but listeners' discretion is advised. Sit back, enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe or follow. Now, let's not keep you waiting. It's time to welcome your hosts of TNT Podcast, Tara and Tina.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to TNT Podcast with your hosts, myself, Tara, and the beautiful Tina.
Hello.
You can follow us on Instagram at TNT Podcast Show or Twitter at T_N_T Podcast. We've got an excellent show for you tonight. This is episode 8, and this is going to be our Women in Drag Racing series, which I'm super excited about because where I live, there aren't many of us. So this is great. So we're going to do this over a while, Tina, because there's so many.
This is our first of many.
Yeah, this is our part 1, and we're just going to spread them out and probably just have 3 on at a time to keep it not too crazy. But this is just part 1, and we're going to do that over time. So it's going to be great. So I'm really excited. So we're going to introduce the ladies.
Oh boy.
We've got hi Linda and Kate.
Hi,
This is Linda and Kate.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And this is Dion. Also
Hi guys.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm super excited to have you guys on. I've been a fan from afar, as you know. So we're going to start with Linda. And Linda, I met through online. It's called Hellcat.org. I'm not on there now, but I think you're still on there, aren't you, Linda?
Yeah, I'm still there.
That's where I started following you there. And yeah. And you're super cool because your charger, your Hellcat charger, was the first in the 9s back in the day, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So
that's right.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
For drag racing or just myself?
You can introduce yourself and then get into the drag racing.
Okay, so I'm Linda Tout. People know me around as Linda's Hellcat, and I've been drag racing. My husband brought me into this. He was known as Top Cat. I didn't think I was going to be a drag racer when we were young. He was a street racer. I didn't like to be the passenger, but the cool car stuff was cool. And as our kids, I have 5. Kate here's my youngest. As they grew up, they were into, my husband called the kids the dead zone because you did everything for your kids. Not that it was bad. He enjoyed that. And then they grow up and he wanted to drag race. And we started getting into, I didn't know I was going to drag race. See, I like pink. So my first car was a Furious Fuchsia Challenger that he was building for me to run 10 seconds. And I didn't know it. He was on the forums and his thing was, oh yeah, I could build a car to run 10 seconds and a person with no experience can do it. And they all said, no, 10 tries. I got my 10-0. And that was fun. So in that prior platform to the Hellcats, it was a lot of racing and braking and there weren't a lot of parts. And John was really excited about the Hellcats coming out. They advertised, in probably before, they started coming out in 2014. So I'm thinking maybe 2013, they started talking about it, how they drop all their hints and everything.
Right.
And then, he bought his Hellcat and then he said, do you want one? This is what he always said.
You
No.
want one?
Okay. Yeah, well, see, the Furious Fuchsia Challenger, he's like, my first car was a Barracuda, and he says, do you want this? And it's pink. My grandchildren called me Pink Grandma, and I'm like, I don't know. Okay, fine. And then when the Hellcats came out, he says he bought one off of eBay, and then he had a slot, and he said, do you want this slot? Yes or no? I said, okay, fine. And then he said, order what you want. So I did, and I ordered a Charger, which my grandkids all thought was very cool when they got to be taken to school in the Charger.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. And so from there, we went to the track, and he was always trying to get me. He was a very supportive person. John loved he loved being your pit person. He loved it all. He liked the racing, just everything. The R&D.
And you did it as a family. It
Yes.
was a family. Yes.
Yeah, because see, Kate.
Just me.
It's just Kate. Yeah, so Kate is actually.
Is Kate the cool one?
Yeah. Kate's
I'm the best one.
I'm not getting into that. I favor all my
Save the best for last.
Yeah, this is live, Linda.
She's my sunshine. She is. So yes, So Kate and I were sharing the challenge. It's a second Furious Fuchsia Challenger. My husband bought me because I never got to daily drive the other one. He was always modifying it. He was bench racing. We got to make it bigger. We got to make it faster. I'm like, so he bought this one, and when the warranty expired, I asked him. I said, John, can you modify that so I can start practicing drag racing? And so we sent it down to HHP, and the one she has a Pro Charger build on it. And then eventually, Kate and I, we brought Kate along, and she was just young. What were you, 19 when you started? 19.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at Stell. He's a funny
The comments.
No.
Well, the first time I was drag racing and I had my
Hello,
first
ladies.
Furious Fuchsia car, I was at the Modern Street Hemi Shootout ACO race in 2011. And I get there, and Stell's walking around with a video camera, and he comes up to me, he's like, hi, so how's everything going? How's everything going? So what did you race today? And I'm like, who the hell is this? Because it was so weird, but it was okay. I tease him about that now because I realized later I didn't really know anybody.
Yeah.
I
know that feeling.
That's how it is. And I didn't know a whole lot. People used to go, so what's in this car? It had a 440 all aluminum engine and a 3.6 Kenny Bell and everything. Oh, it was a beautiful car. So then, we got back to the Hellcats, and once the Hellcats arrived, Kate got to race my daily driver all the time, and that is a daily driver. It's all.
So is that this one?
Yes.
That is that one.
Her and I would go to ACO, and she would run the no time test and tune, and I would run just regular test and tune, and we would be in the lane switching like body suits and everything. Just so we could do test and tunes together.
Yeah, ACO was cool. Englishtown was a little difficult, but ACO was really cool. Their track people, they would make sure I'd be set up in this lane, and that was like the big tire lane. Kate was over here with the street tire guys, but we had drag radials on. So we had a lot of fun. I mean, that's what was really nice about John too, because he just supported us all. He loved to see all that fun. He was really a good guy at the track. But so with the Hellcats, we're going around, and I finally get that 10.8 that they say the Charger could run. I did that at Echo. She got a 10.8 that day too.
Is that New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe, Tara, that was where you were first going to come down to MSHS2.
Okay.
I remember reading about that. That's where all the Canadians come down, like Greg Davies. They all come down to Echo.
I wonder how long of a drive that is from here. I'll have to look into that and see.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you hearing me okay? Do I have much?
Yes.
I hear you good. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So we started the test and tuning process. Josh said, Linda, do you want to tune your car? I'm like, no. And they asked, and I did that. Okay, fine. And I said to Josh, well, the deal is I don't want to race and brake. So there's Greg. So
there's Greg.
Hey, Greg.
and so I was at an MSHS Ohio race, and with the very AJ Hemi tuner loaded in the first tune, and that was the first tune, the Diablo tune. And I went down the track, and the numbers were already dropping past the 10.8. And from that point, from that point, John was really excited, and that's when we both went with our cars. And John, he had a mission. You know, he'll say he wanted to be first in the 9s, but I know he really wanted to be first in the 8s. But you know, it's very hard to get down to 8s. Although the Hellcats, you know, Dodge really made them right, because they left a lot on the table for us. They really did. They left a lot of fun there.
They sure did.
So we took, you know, we were going to the track 3 times a week. It was so bad I had to wear a foot.
I would love that.
Yeah. I was like the person nobody was paying attention to. Kate and I would come rolling in with the Charger and the pink car, and you knew people would see us and they'd know, oh my God, Top Cat's on site. They wanted to see the fast car. The track that was Cecil County Dragway, and the cat and they were watching his car.
Hey, Tom.
They weren't paying attention to me at all. Right. And so, you know, John, when the first Hellcat into the 9s was a man down in Texas, and John, he had a track rental, and he got into the 9s. I don't know if the story's true, but I heard he hurt the engine.
Oh, okay.
That. It was not easy getting into the 9s because there's a bypass blow-off valve. So you'd be going down and would let it all off, so it would save the transmission and I guess the engine. But that car got in the 9s. All the guys on the Hellcat forum, you know, Jerome, Stone, Hellcat, they're all telling John, this guy's renting the track rental. I had no idea about that forum, and John's pacing. I'm like, what's wrong, John? And he finally tells me, and it happened. That car went into the 9s. And John's like, you text Josh, la, la, la. And I'm like, all right. So Josh was prepared. And, I'm like, John, I don't want to hear any more about this. You got a number. Go take your title back. And he did that night. He went out. He got his car into the 9s, and he went around and backed it up and got a better number. I find the Hellcats do that.
Yes.
I always find mine always does that. Like by the time I'm there on the 3rd time, you know, I'm better than the first time. And hi, Tom. And so that's Tom Drago. He was all there in the forums.
Yes.
Back in the day. He's a good racer. He helped a lot of people.
Super guy. Yeah. He taught me, told me if it ever gets on fire, I know exactly what fuse to pull, right, Tom?
What is
31.
31? Yeah.
I know. It's ingrained in my brain, I think. I don't know. It's funny, but I remember it every time.
Well, you can pull that too, you know, if your motor doesn't stop, because that happened to me. My drive shaft broke, and I couldn't turn the car off. And that you pull that same fuse for that.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Mental note.
Yeah. 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 So, you know, as time went by, we're still testing, and, you know, it came to that November, and I knew my car was going to go into the 9s because everything Josh was doing with John's car, my car was, I was good because I wasn't like, I don't gotta be first into this or anything. I just didn't want to. So this was really good. See, I did good for everyone that didn't want to break. John, he was sending parts down there, and Bruce would be going, "Oh no, John, you're on the track tonight. We'll put that in your car next week." And so, you know, that we had a private track rental, and we did no times. You will see it in the video. It drove people crazy. And so, you know, I was going down, and, you know, I got into the 9s, and then I got to the 9.7, and you'll see in the video where I go, oh, those nanos always get you.
Yes, I did see that.
I wanted to be the world's fastest just once.
Absolutely.
And,
yes.
So, you know, that day, I had a 9.71 and John had a 9.70.
Wow. Look at that.
And, you know, he always said, Cecil is next to a pond. The road feels like, the track gets feeling like slippery to me, and I don't like to race there at night. He always said that he knew if I went down the track one more time, I would have had him.
Right.
So that was a lot of fun with John. You know, he really made a lot of fun for us, and he supported us. He loved the R&D, and I love the race.
Well-respected man in that whole world. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, look, Greg Davis says it's going to take you 8 hours to get to ACO.
Road trip.
Well, it's not on the schedule this year, so.
Oh,
no,
right.
it's not. But the other tracks aren't too far away, Tara.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and show this video, and I love it because, I mean, it's the day you got in and you were the first, which is just amazing. So we're just going to show that for everybody. For anybody listening, I just went like this. Anybody listening?
Yes, John.
That'll be okay. Anyway, you know, we're just, we're going to show a clip of Linda getting into the 9s.
What's it look like? Oh yeah! Bottle this time or still motor?
Oh, this is blower only.
God damn.
There's no bottle. There's going to be no NOS today. I don't have NOS.
Not yet?
No.
Gosh. What do you think, Tuner?
That's awesome.
There you go.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Is that a killer?
Is that's 60? Yeah.
Those nanos always get you every time.
So close. Still the fastest charger.
That's right.
That just makes me smile so much. I love it because when I hit my, such a good number, 10.6, I was just over the moon. Like, it's an incredible feeling when you're in it, for sure.
It's very exhilarating, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. It's my zen.
That's exactly what I was thinking still when I was watching the videos.
Yeah, so that last burnout was like the burnout from hell, and it's like, I'm gonna get this. I'm burning those tires good so I can get that number. Yeah, I totally saw that.
So Kate, you've been racing since you were 19?
Yep.
Yeah.
19.
I took Kate to the track. And one of the things, the first time I raced, I had no idea anything about the track. When I got down to the other end, I'm like, okay, how do you get off?
Yeah,
I got a whole walkthrough of the whole track.
It takes time for sure. Yeah. Kate, I mean, so you started at 19.
Yep. 19, I don't know. It's been 8 years. I'm not a good storyteller. Like, are you going to ask me the question?
She went and, she was learning her burnout.
Oh,
and she did a 6-foot burnout. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah.
You were learning?
Yeah. My first time down the track, I was also with a minivan.
Really?
Racing a minivan.
I raced against a minivan and I went down.
Stop.
And no, in the Challenger. So I'm in the Challenger and the minivan's over here. Yes, it was not minivan. Yeah.
It was a dad. And
yeah. So I go down the track and I come around and my dad's like, oh, how was it? And I was like, oh my God, that was so fast. I literally went 60 miles per hour and it took me 19 seconds to get down the track. And the minivan over the line.
That's hilarious. What did I do?
Yeah. He was not far, but he was over the line way before me. And I was like, cool.
Well, when you're first learning, so much can go on. I can remember it took me more than a season to get a burnout down pat, but I started with manual. And so that was really tough. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I did that. It taught me a lot, but it's tough with manual for sure.
Yeah.
So this beauty has also won some car shows.
She's so pretty.
Isn't that a beautiful shot?
Yes, it is.
So is this the 2010?
Yep, it's 2010. Gary's Fuchsia.
So what is done to it, Kate?
I just have a built trans. So I have a Southern Hot Rod trans. It's a NAG 1, right? Yeah, NAG 1. Yes. And then I also have a D1S Pro Charger and a tune, and I run 109 gas.
Because you're in the 10s, right?
Or she has the built drive shaft.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, the car is built. John always built for strength and safety, so she has more to it.
I've had the same setup now for like 8+ years. So
yeah, I mean,
so you could do stuff like this.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Kate's really good at burnouts.
It's funny because Gary does yell at me about my burnouts. He's like,
are they too long?
Yeah, he's like, you don't need to do big burnouts. Just do a small one. And then I end up doing a big one. And I'm like, it just happened.
I like to do a little extra.
The burnout's my favorite part.
It is.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's the best part.
It is.
Yeah.
When, like in Woodward, you could just watch them all day, right? It just never gets old. I wanted to ask you, Kate, where was, why isn't it coming up on the screen? Where was that's Virginia.
Yeah. That was my first race I took. That was the first race I did. It was the True Street class. I had to drive 20 miles before I even could race, and then you had to run 3 times, and whoever was closest to the number 1.
Well,
right?
Well, you go out. It was actually 30 miles. You had to go out and drive.
She remembers everything.
We were sharing the car. I was running MSHS. VMP had their True Street race.
Yeah.
So, she goes out. We drive around 30 miles. And then when you come back, you go down the track 3 times. You're not allowed to open up your engine, your doors. You're not allowed to cool anything down. Right. And Kate says to me, well, Mom, Go find out what everyone has. So I go over and I start asking, because there was one car we thought was.
It was a truck.
Well, no, it was the truck that you beat. There was one car that we thought it sounded fast, and then I'm looking. It's a manual. I'm like, well, she's got that one, and so I talked to him for a while, and then I came back, and it's a little teal truck, and I said the truck's going to be the one that gives you trouble, and the guy. When we came around and lined up after the 30 miles an hour and I'm out of the car, the guy comes up to me and he says, could you do me a favor? Tell your daughter to get in front of me. I don't want to be beat by a girl.
Nobody wants to be beat by a girl.
No, this happens a lot to me, actually.
I've had people they're good sports when it happens, at least.
Yeah, but I've had people pull up next to me in the lanes. They're like, oh, no, I'm not even going to come close to you. And they like pull back around. And I'm like, okay.
She's a really good bracket.
I find it a little bit, I'm not used to it, but yeah, you guys are great with the bracket racing.
I'm not a bracket racer.
I'm not a bracket racer by any means.
No, Kate does great. She did really good in Orlando as well. Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, tell us about Orlando.
I don't know. It was just one of those miracle days where you just do good. Yeah. I was really excited. And then at the end, I was like, I said to Gary, I said, well, maybe we should dial it down a little. And then I was like, but my car all day, I dialed in at 11:47. So like, it was like that all day. And then when it changed to night, I mean, I could have never dialed it down this much. My car would have ran like an 11:27. So I went way out.
I think she was actually first over the line.
I was, because I was too fast.
Yeah.
But
to people listening, they probably don't understand. What do you mean too fast?
First over the line, probably.
So I dialed in 11:47, but my car ran at 11:37, I think, and that was me on the brakes. So not fun. Not a winner.
It's hard though. Like, do you think you actually pull back a little bit when you can tell that you're gonna either break out or?
So I suck at lights, so I kind of like to dial myself a little higher.
She got a triple zero.
Yeah, on the slow light. So all right. So let's just say that I have an 1150 car. I'll dial myself at 1155 because I know that I suck at my lights. So then when I get down to the end. I do though. So when I get down to the end, Gary's got this rule. You have to line the car up like with your front tire, sort of. Their front end's got to be with the front tire. So I always have to make sure. And he's like, because I'll come back and he's like, did you even look? And I'm like, yeah, I was looking the whole time. I just couldn't make a decision. But the car. He's like, you went way too fast. I'm like, well. Lesson learned. So, but yeah.
But isn't it hard to not go too fast? Like it's such a, it's like the opposite of what it's hard to wrap your head around, I guess.
It's a judgment call for sure. You have to pay attention for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've got, was this all at the same event, Kate?
That's Maryland.
That's Cecil, because that's Penny. So
that's a more recent one, though.
I don't know.
Lights are on.
That was November. And the only reason I know that, believe it or not, is that kid that's standing in the back. He's in all of my pictures, too.
Okay.
He's taking all the pictures at Cecil.
What do they call those people that pop in?
I guess that was the Cecil race then, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah.
So what's the next plan? Kate, you're going to go to Virginia.
Yep, I am going to Virginia. Yeah, I'll be there.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited because I get to fly out next week, meet up with Tina, and drive down to Virginia and meet you all. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're excited about that too.
Yeah, we've been trapped over here for a while. Yeah,
we will all be there. North. I just realized this. All of us will be at the event. That's great.
Yes, we're all going to be there. Yeah, that's super exciting. I'm really pumped. Yeah, we haven't been able to do a whole lot leaving the country and stuff, with COVID. And I mean, Woodward missed that the last couple of years. And I always look forward to that.
I've never been there.
You haven't, Kate?
Neither have I.
Oh,
I was gonna go the one year, but it was the year that my dad passed away, and my mom was like, if you go, your dad's really sick, so I chose not to go.
yes.
So
Yes.
yeah.
It's
So
probably.
Kate,
Oh, go ahead, Tina.
Kate, tell me about Street Outlaws.
Oh yes, I heard about this. I heard about this last night. I got like a little birdie told me, and I couldn't believe it. And then I heard you nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll
Okay,
see.
tell
So
us.
Gary signed me up to possibly be on a TV show for racing. It is not Street Outlaws, though. I think it would be the show Gone Girls, but they don't actually tell you. They're not allowed to tell you. So you have to kind of Google and figure it out yourself. But last night I had my Zoom interview, and I said to Gary, I said, I swear, if they make me do that shit where I have to say, hey, my name's Kate, I'm 30 or 26, and I'm from Elkton, Maryland, I was like, I'm going to die because I can't do that. So they made me do that.
Oh no.
So I'm over here. I'm like, hey, I'm Kate Cusion. I'm 26. I'm from Elkton, Maryland. And I'm ready to whoop some ass. I'm like, this is weird.
Like,
I
kick your
can't.
butt.
She did in the lanes in Orlando.
But I think that they have actual people that have never raced before, because they ask as one of the questions if you have your own car or if you need a car.
Really?
So
Oh,
I'd
that's
say
awesome.
what you got.
I need a second car.
right, that's why I said I was like, I have a car. I don't need a car.
Yeah.
So
But I'd be
Yeah,
like,
I
what do you got?
yeah, I won't know though until the end of May. And if I do
Okay.
get it, it would be in July. It would be 3 to 4 weeks in Las Vegas.
Yes, I saw that. So
Awesome.
you have to commit to
Yeah.
to it. But that's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
I'm
amazing.
excited. I'm excited for you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
excited
see,
too.
eh? Keep our
All
fingers
right,
crossed.
Mel, tell us, how long have you been into
Oh,
racing?
Mel.
Oh.
Patiently waiting there.
I know.
So I've been racing about 7 years. I started just doing some test and tune stuff. I had a RT Charger, completely stock, would run 13s, got into the 12s, thought I was the best thing ever. I just wanted
Yeah.
a 12-second car, and I was like, I'll be fine. Once I break into the 12s, it'll be great. And it just escalated from there. And now I've got the Hellcat. I've gone 990s in the Hellcat, but I run the 1050 class in the MSHS.
Awesome.
And so you've got the Charger.
I've got a Charger, yeah. Hellcat Charger. The Mellcat.
The
The
Mellcat.
Mellcat Hellcat.
So this it's at one of the Modern Street Hemi events, but which one would this have been?
So that was actually at VMP last
Okay.
year. That was my second ever competitive drag racing event at VMP, and I actually made it to the finals against BJB.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
It
so
was-
exciting. That's
it was
awesome.
super exciting.
I've got this is a really cool smoke show.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good one.
So that was from the shootout in Bradenton just this year in February.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is that Florida?
I think Kate actually took that picture. Yeah, Kate
Oh,
took
did
that
you?
picture for me.
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was Tina ran the Women in Wheels class with me. We ran that
Mhm.
class together down there in Bradenton this year.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's right.
It was a good event.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
that's such a cute picture.
That's at VMP also
Oh, okay.
last year. That was my first time. VMP last year was my first time ever racing away from my home track in Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, so it holds a special place in my heart.
That's good.
Aw. Now I think this video here, is this from Florida? Is that the one that you sent me?
Yeah, so that's just
Um,
from Orlando, just this past weekend in Orlando.
Okay. Let's see here. This is funny because I asked you about this when I saw this video. Who was sleeping?
Yeah, usually it's me.
Because whoever that was, like you were like gone.
Right.
We yell at Mel about this all the time.
Oh yeah, it's you. I can just hear Gary in my head right now. I'm proud of you, but your light sucks.
Did you see the streak?
The black car, yeah. I'm not just
sure who that was.
there.
I think that was just a qualifying pass. I'm not really sure who that was, but yeah, they made me look good off the line. So
Yeah, Tara, we're not going to share the videos of us sleeping at the tree.
Yeah.
We're only going to share the ones.
I know, like who's the person on the other side? Please. Oh, is it your mom?
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh,
that's nice.
Hi, Mom.
Not sure. I'm going to show this clip here, and then you can explain to us after what track you're at here. Is that Gary helping you at the line?
That is Gary.
Is it?
That's also Gary refilling drinks there, isn't it?
And he's down. He's
the jack of all trades.
He's being the little servant that he should be, right, Kate?
I was like, I need more drinks.
Way to go, Gary. Thanks for the booze.
Good job, Gary.
So that video was actually from the Orlando race last year.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Same track, but
So same track, but a year ago. So that was my first competitive race with the MSHS was that year.
So what do you think of the group?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I'm addicted.
Yeah, absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
The people too, you know?
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
That was my first competitive race. I actually made it to the semifinals of that race. I took home third place that year.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, that's exciting. I love it. I was going to, what are the goodies that you've got done to the Hellcat?
So I have a 309 gear. I have a 285 upper pulley and upgraded fuel system. I used to run E85. That's what I went the 990s on was E85, but now I'm just back to pump gas.
Right.
So I did win my first bracket round this year. Yes.
Yes.
I've been working on that. I don't know who that is, but that's true. And Gary, I told Gary I was going to win one round of bracket just for him. Because he's my coach and he's been teaching me.
Did you do that? That was Bradenton, right?
I did it in Bradenton and in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
I went first round in bracket, but I told Gary, baby steps. Bracket race.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you have so much
working
fun trying. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What'd you say, Kate?
Mel has to learn the games.
I do.
Right.
I have to learn the game.
Gary legit painted a Hot Wheels car for me pink. And like he would like draw on paper the drag strip and like be like, if the car's here, you need to brake. Like I got like a full play-by-play.
Yes. Gary has done that for me too. He drew a drag strip on a piece of paper and got 2 Hot Wheels cars out. I'm like, okay, you gotta go over the scenarios with me. Yeah.
This is great. This is why
Gary
Gary
make it a blue car so I know which one's me.
Yeah.
Exactly. But Gary started his own business doing this.
Yep.
And I know when I started, I would have absolutely had somebody like Gary, help me out. That's great that he's doing that. Oh, Jerome, the mother.
Hi.
Yeah, you can curse on this show, ladies. It's all good.
She says curse and ladies.
Yeah. That's okay. So what's your best time, Mel, so far?
My best time is a 992, and that was at Rockingham last year. So, but like Linda said, my first off the trailer in Rockingham, I went 998. I was on cloud 9.
Oh, what a
Bring
feeling.
it back around. I went 995. Bring it back around. 992.
Yeah.
And then I had to back her up so I could run the 10-0 class the next day. And then she didn't want to behave. She was like, "You got your 9, Mom. That's it. Now I'm ready to go home."
Yeah, it's like Linda and you mentioned, they get faster to pass, right? Like I find that happens too. I'm getting a bit of feedback. Are you guys?
Yeah, just a little bit all of a sudden.
I don't know.
No? Okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know. So what are your plans next?
Still, you definitely have to bring the bread because Tara hasn't been to a race to get the bread.
They'll promise me bread.
What is the bread? Do I get a blessing with the bread?
Dude, I don't even know where he gets this bread, but he brings it every time, and it's really good bread, but I have never had it. So last race, I told him, I said, "Stell, where's the bread?" And he goes, "I didn't bring it." And I was like, "Stell, this is the first race that I'm here actually early, and you didn't bring bread?" I was like, "I've never even had it." So he's supposed to bring it.
So he brings this special bread. Does he make it?
No, I think he gets it from a bakery.
Oh.
He gets it from a bakery, and then it's just really good. I don't know.
Well, no. How fast have you been, Tina?
The Durango has been 966. It was 979.
Faster than me.
Well, no, I ran a 979 in it. I have not been in 96 in it yet.
So what's your fastest CT?
So technically you have it because I've only ran a 979 in it.
The nanos.
Yeah.
The nanos, yeah.
Stell, you heard your name. We want bread.
Yeah, Gary, we make fun of her all the time for the nanos.
It's a nano.
I know, but you know what? To the average person who isn't in this world, those split seconds means a lot.
Oh yeah, it makes all the difference. Leg maker did a yellow bullet.
Oh my God, yeah.
3,000th of a second. He didn't make the field.
Oh my God.
Here's what we were looking for, girls.
16 loaves.
Oh, good. We got a carb up to handle all that fireball.
Oh, fireball.
Thank God, Stell.
Yes, bring bread. I'll eat it. And get margaritas. Because nobody makes a margarita like an American. I'm just making that clear for the record right now.
I love margaritas. They're my
No
favorite.
margaritas. No.
You're my favorite.
No margaritas.
We'll see.
You have to go to a Mexican restaurant to get the best margaritas, though. I mean,
absolutely.
That's just the way it is.
And the best Mexican restaurants are where?
Those in Cancun.
In the U.S.
The best Mexican restaurants.
Yes, Terry, tequila. That's right. Yeah.
Tara loves her tequila.
I do. For some reason, I don't know. So, are you going to do any more to the car, Mel, or are you just kind of?
No, I'm happy where the car's at. It's consistent. It's reliable. I drive it every day.
It's your daily, right?
Yes, it is my daily driver. It's a 19. It's got 52,000 miles on it. So I take the kids to school in it every day and take it to the track and swap the wheels over. And
it's amazing, really.
Swap everything back and drive it home.
I think that's one of the just one of the many cool things with those cars. Mm-hmm. You can drive it to the track. And I mean, our tracks, the closest for me is 2 hours one way. So I'm 2 hours there, running it all day, driving 2 hours home. And yeah, it's incredible. Like, they're really special cars. Dodge was, like Linda mentioned earlier, they really
Oh yeah, they did it right. You've got all the luxuries, all the comfort to get to the track and back and every day.
Here's a good question.
Who has won more head-to-head races, Kate or Linda?
Well, if it's me and Kate against each other,
Linda's faster.
I'm faster.
Linda is faster, but I'm cooler, and I win.
Kate always says, and even her father would say, "Oh my God, you're fans." I'd be at the track and people would want to come up because the Charger was just like when it came out.
That's right.
I felt like it was on the red carpet. And Kate would go, "Why do you always have the fans, Mom? I'm the better racer." I said, "But I have the Hellcat."
I actually wanted to show this, Linda. This is you and the Hellcat Charger.
Yeah, that was down in Maryland. People go, "How do you win?" I go, "I don't know. It's luck."
Yeah,
I have fun. I go, F it. And I go down the track and how it turns out, right, Kate?
Yeah,
she laughs at me.
I mean, yeah, really. You can be dead on and then all of a sudden have a blip run. I mean, anything can happen. That's one thing I learned.
This is true, Gary. She did great. And you had fans at Orlando, Kate, remember? They were asking me if it was my car. And
really?
No, it's Kate. She had fans.
The car's a really cool color, and I don't think
it is.
No one sees the color. Actually, some guy came up to me in the lanes and was like, "What color is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Furious Fuchsia." And he goes, "Oh, did you have it painted?" And I was like, "No, I got it stock like this." It was like, "It's only 2010. I was like, "I'm number 217." And he was like, "So what makes this car special?" And I was like, "The color."
I'll give you one guess.
It's pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't make very many of those, did they?
They did not know. They made 400
SRT8
and how many?
600 RTs.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
And my husband modified 2 of them.
Yeah.
And that drove people crazy.
Yeah. But the guy ended up saying in the lanes, he goes, "All these Dodge colors are like a pack of Skittles." And I was like, "Yeah,
that's a good one."
Yeah,
they do call them Skittles sometimes.
Yeah, the SRT4s, they call them Skittles.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that's why
beautiful
we like
colors.
it.
And I think Dodge is known even years back for having the crazy colors, right?
Absolutely.
Like Chris is in love
crazy
with
purple and
lime green and
the blue on my car, the B5 is a 70s color. Yeah.
Even the F8 green.
The F8 green is an old
from
color.
1970s.
Yeah.
Panther pink and Furious. You know,
Tara, have you seen my new Jeep?
Oh,
my Jeep.
Yes, I have.
It's the same color as the Furious Fuchsia. It's the same paint code.
Yeah.
They call it Tuscadero.
Yeah, they call it Tuscadero, but it's Furious Fuchsia.
And it came stock that color?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. And you guys found it.
Yeah.
Jerome, I'm not sure if all 5 of us will be at the same race, but hopefully we will sometime this year. Maybe Detroit, Tara. Maybe
I mean, definitely I can have the car at Detroit. Yeah.
But Mel may not have hers there because that's a long haul.
That's a long drive.
Yeah.
Florida.
So it's kind of hard to have us all 5 in the same place.
It is hard.
Yeah.
You know, but maybe do you guys still run in Ohio? Because Ohio's fairly close. Well, not fairly close, but closer to me than
Challenger Fest still there?
No, Challenger Fest is in Kentucky. Ohio is that's Josh.
I don't know if Ohio's on
Ohio.
We're going to Kentucky, I think, in June, right? It's Kentucky, and then we break until Detroit, and then
Still said no.
June.
I'll be very close to
Topeka's
Kentucky in June.
What is?
Topeka's in June.
Yeah, but that's Kentucky, right?
No, that's Kansas.
Kansas. I knew it was
starts with a K. You're close. You're
Kansas.
It's past your bedtime.
Yeah.
Let it slide.
We gone.
Well,
good thing we have Stell here to straighten us out.
Thank you,
Detroit
Stell.
replaced Ohio.
Gotcha. Well, it's much closer for me. It's the closest actually for myself to drive the car. I don't have a trailer or anything. So I have to
There you
drive
go,
it.
ladies shootout.
Here for the ladies shootout.
You know,
Every-
I've talked about wanting to do some kind of women's event. I talked to V about it, V Dolphin out in Las Vegas, and everybody's just so everywhere, right? To try and make something happen with just the ladies, maybe a weekend event, or maybe we back on to another event or something like that, and just make it happen. And I'll try to get together. Like that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Jerome, I assume that you are referring to my post of selling the Durango, and that was on April the 1st. It was a joke. Not selling the Durango.
You got you, Jerome.
I actually had a lot of people believe that, and I was in shock.
Well, when I read it, my heart sunk, and I messaged you on the side.
Yeah, Tara did. Tara was one of the first ones that asked me. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I remember now. The Ohio race is Hemifest, and that's Josh King has that. So that's like a whole nother race to go to, and you know that's
Jerome drives like a girl.
All different years, and that's a really. I went to that. It's a really nice race.
I wonder if that'll be happening this year. We'll have to.
Tara, Gary's right. He's pointing out that Women in Wheels, they have a whole series, and they do it through the Streetcar Takeover, and it's a great group of ladies that do that. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram.
Okay. Is that what you and Mel ran?
We did.
Okay.
They are having a lot of their events at the Streetcar Takeovers. So
I think they're at all the Streetcar Takeovers this year.
I think they are this year. Last year they
partnered up with them.
Okay.
And they're going to be at all the Streetcar Takeovers this year.
Yeah.
I'll definitely look at that. Yeah, I mean, here where I live, I could count very few on my hand for women drag racers. Yeah. It's not a popular sport here. I don't think it ever really was. Stock car, that kind of stuff but not the drag racing.
I think the Hellcat opened up a lot of drag racing for women. I think there's more women drag racing now because of the Hellcat.
Yeah, I agree.
Like when we were back in that prior SRT8s, there were women. And the one to always mention is, Hemi woman, Bobby Kimack. She was fun to be around, always cheering on Kate and me. But more Kate. She just loved Kate. That day when she was racing against that truck, that teal truck, Bobby's texting. She knew Kate, how she was going to get it.
Gary, shut up.
Gary.
I agree with Gary to a certain point. I really do. I love the Hellcats. Obviously, I've had a few, but it's brought in a different group of people that a lot of them aren't the true old time Mopar people that some of us are, like you're talking about, Linda, that have been around for years and years.
Yeah.
There's some people who are only in it because it's the Hellcat, which is good in a certain way for the platform, but also not the Mopar people,
Right. Yeah, I would agree. But I'm happy to be in it.
Me too. I don't know who this Larry Brown guy is, but he's getting blocked in a second. So we need to figure that out.
Let me see first.
Larry Brown, you are disgusting.
He's on the wrong show. He should have been on that other, a couple shows ago.
Right. He needs to go.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Sarah, really?
Sorry. I'll let Terry go after him on there.
Still, we're trying to figure out how to kick him off unless Tara puts him on the screen again.
Jesus, that was.
We're new at this. Remember, we'll figure out how to get him off.
I'm not a bracket racer.
You are not.
I'm not a bracket racer. My job is to get in line and figure out who I can take out.
She made it
there
all
you
the
go,
way
Linda.
to right? She makes it all the way to King of the Hill. She's like, hey, you got to come up there with me. So I'm like, all right. So we go up there. She's over there. She's all like, ha, ha, ha. She's like laughing.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I'm like, why are you laughing? She goes, all these guys are so serious and all their faces are so stern. And I'm over here like, I got here by luck. And I'm like, okay, great.
The guys that think it's a King of the Hill work hard at it all day long. They know how to figure out everything. And I'm up there, I'm just laughing like, oh my God. Because all day, that I got first place at ACO the last time I was out. And all day, I'm like, I was just going down the track, having a good time. Whatever.
Jerome has all the good questions tonight. So we'll start with you, Mel. Who
Oh,
inspired you and who inspired you?
Who inspired me to get into racing? So, I mean, I'll have to admit my first introduction to drag racing was from a boyfriend that I had in high school's dad was a drag racer. We used to go out there on the weekends and just hanging out and being around the scene in Orlando at the track is what really piqued my interest in it. And getting my RT, I started driving the RT. Then that's when I really started getting into like modding the car and becoming a little more serious as a driver and as a racer. But really, when I left dentistry and started working with LMI and really started getting into the nitty-gritty of making the intakes and getting more of the info and gaining the knowledge on what really goes into these cars and being part of the leg maker platform team, that's inspired my competitive drag racing.
Yeah.
It was really like getting into that team and, you know, Chris and Gary and Kate and Jordan, they just support me and I learn from them every day, every time we go to the track.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're the ones that they make me better every race I go to.
So
That's
Linda brought
amazing.
up the King of the Hill, and Gary has a perfect comment here because Gary and I really thought we were going to die while we're trying to hurry up and pack this chute in between the King of the Hill. And yes, Stell going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. That wasn't fun, Stell. It wasn't. We need time. Slow down. We need
Now,
more time.
What's King of the Hill? Just for people listening.
All the winners of the races in MSHS get to compete in King of the Hill.
Okay.
So it's like the 1050,
Yeah.
1150.
Yeah, each class winner.
All of it can compete. And then it used to be the money payout used to be bigger. It's smaller now, but you know, and then you get to collect points and wins in King of the Hill also. So at the end of the year, you get more prize for that. Yeah.
MSHS has come a long, long way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got a good group there. And
I wasn't there in the beginning, but I was there not too far past. It's changed. It's gotten better and
great. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's such a good community. And everybody helps everybody, and you know, you can line up with a buddy and beat your buddy and still love each other the next day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, good shit talking, lots of fun, you know, lots of support from people, for sure.
Yeah, you are so center of attention. Go away.
No, I'm putting him up there every time he says something. I'm clicking them.
Kate's shit talking was on point in Orlando, I just have to say.
Yeah.
Oh, the women. The women are the best.
She walked up.
I do. I have to tell everybody I'm going to kick their ass.
I'm going to kick your butt.
Kate in the staging. I'm kicking your ass. I'm like, okay, all right, Kate, you go.
You got to tell them.
Yeah, I think the women probably are the best shit talkers.
You were just trying to warn them, right, Kate?
That's right.
That's right. I was warning them.
And I did read that women. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kate.
No, go ahead. It's fine.
Oh, I was just going to say that when I was first getting into drag racing, and I came across an article that said women are faster at the line, faster reaction time. It's science, apparently. We're able to multitask very well and have a million things going on around us and be able to zone in. And that's why so many of the women have a better
I don't think
reaction
that's
time.
always true, Tara. In certain circumstances, men are really faster at things.
I just figured out how to get a better reaction time.
That is true. That is true.
No, everybody here has to agree that launching a Mopar, you finesse it. You don't, I mean, like,
No, mine's not the same as yours.
no, but there's a lot of finessing to get off the line right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. There's a whole science to it. People don't realize. Yeah, there's a whole science.
You're not getting in my car, Gary.
You know? Gary can relate. Yeah, right. Such a great group. I think that's why I love you all, because everybody just has so much fun, you know.
I would say Kate, Jerome, because she is the master bracket racer.
Oh yeah, for
I'm
sure.
I'm not a bracket racer. My job is to find somebody to line up to take out, luckily, so she doesn't have to get up. There's some really, really good bracket racers in MSHS.
I have had a 000.
That's awesome.
I think that Kate wins that one as well. The best reaction times.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely not.
We're not even going to talk
Tim,
about mine. Gary
it's
will be
always
calling me
Gary's
later to
show.
Yell at me.
Gary, this isn't your show this time.
It's always Gary's show.
It's the Gary show. Gary Gary.
He really can't help himself.
He can't.
But
he brought you drinks, Kate, so you know.
He did. He is not just my pit bitch, he's my house bitch too.
It's wonderful though that you and your mom can do this together, and yeah, I mean that's kind of a rare thing just in itself, you know.
I gave her that car for her 25th birthday.
Yes,
right.
Yeah, it's all
lovely gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you're gonna have to go all the way with it, Kate.
Yep, I know. Don't worry, it might be on TV. Who knows?
Yeah. Yes. Well,
That's right.
we're gonna be rooting for you for sure. You'll have to keep us updated.
Right.
But we want to thank you, ladies. Like this has just been amazing. I'm so grateful that I've met you and been able to follow you all and have you on the show, on the first one.
Yes,
and we get to see each other next weekend.
Yeah,
we get to see you guys next week.
In a week.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I'm so pumped to come and visit and meet everybody, and yeah, for sure, lots of hugs. I'm a hugger, just so you know.
Yes.
We're huggers too.
Everybody's huggers. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah. So wonderful. Yeah. Did you want to add any more comments? Oh, we have
well, I had gotten COVID last year. I even had some of my friends, you know, they'll PM me and they're like, just come to the track. I'm like, I can't. I talk so much. I'm not allowed to get out of breath. I get out of breath talking. I talk a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somebody asked me, what are you going to be doing on this, you know, podcast? I said, you just met me in Florida. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm talking.
I'm talking.
That's
so
awesome,
I actually haven't raced. Actually, it was that last first place.
Almost 2 years, I think.
Yeah, it's a year and a half. So VMP, I'm getting back into the car, and I'm planning on going to all the events, Jerome, and maybe some other ones. It, you know, just depends.
Yeah.
We got to hire some people in our company, so you know we can not be there.
Yeah, it's tough.
Kate always wanted to go to Hollywood. I said, well, now you get to go to Las Vegas.
It's close.
Yeah.
She always wanted to be, you know, the movie star.
She is a
Now you're
movie
gonna be a
star.
Drake. Yeah.
Didn't you see her in the lanes at Orlando? She's a movie star.
She is. I think she'll do really well on the show if she makes it.
Yeah.
She will.
She will.
Yeah, for sure.
I think she will too. I think she's got a lot of personality. She's a lot like her dad.
That's awesome.
She looks like her dad.
She does.
I think. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for
It's been
having
a fun show.
Yes,
This was
we
fun.
really appreciate you guys coming on. So grateful for y'all. See, I'm gonna get.
You're getting there, Tara.
I'm already picking it up.
Nutty ball, but it's all
I'll
right.
tell you what.
Ride a few hours with me, you'll get there.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you in a week.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye. It was awesome. It was so great to talk to them.
Gary, I will call you. I promise. I've only told you that for 2 days. Sorry. Thanks, Stell. And thanks, Jerome. Thanks for all your questions tonight, Jerome. And Stell for giving us all the information we didn't remember.
And don't forget the
So, our next show.
Oh, yes.
As our surprise guest, we have Ralph Gilles coming on, who is the Chief Design Officer of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Maserati, and Fiat. So he will be joining us on our next show, April the 21st. So we're really excited about that.
Yes. I hope I can talk.
Oh, you'll be fine.
It's just amazing. I'm so excited.
He's very down to earth and just like us.
Yeah,
So
perfect.
yes, Stell,
awesome.
I'm not joking. Ralph is going to be on our show.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe people might not believe us. Like, I get
it's really happening.
It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
You know?
Yeah. He is so cool, Stell. He really is. I sent him a message and he was immediately like, heck yeah, I'll be on there. So we've kept it a secret for a couple of months, but Ralph will be on our next show, April the 21st. So everybody needs to tune in because he's definitely a car guy and he'll be a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So that's April 21st.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see what happens down in Virginia, but maybe we'll hop on for a couple minutes, say hello.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where we're at there. And yeah.
It's a little crazy and a little busy, but we'll try to get
it's definitely a busy time and crazy time. But yeah, we'll definitely, if we can pop on, we will. So good evening or have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you on the next show.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.